Hello, welcome to this companion video to my one on writing a paper in APA format. In this video, I'm walking you through the template I made in Google Docs to make writing an APA format paper easier. It's specifically tailored to lab reports, but is adaptable to other paper types. If you're looking for more broad advice on how to tackle these sorts of writing assignments, check out the main video that's linked in places. I'm sharing these files through Google Docs. One is going to be the more verbose version that has flavor text and commentary and instructions in it, and that's the one we're going to be going through. There's also a more blank one that has all of that stuff cleared out, so you don't have to delete as much to just get going with it. If these break, you'll have to let me know, because I've never done this before, so don't know all the possible failure modes. We're just going to go through the document as it's written, and I'm going to point out a couple things along the way. Also, we're going to go through how to do things like insert a table or insert a figure, but don't worry, all of those instructions are in the verbose version, so don't feel like you have to just furiously scribble notes down from this video. It's in the template. Alrighty, the APA format document starts with the title page, student version. This has the long version of the paper title centered and in bold, followed by a blank line, your name, your school, your course, and whatever it's called, your instructor, and your date. If this wasn't the student paper version, these would be slightly different. So you'd still have your name, your school's name, and the date, but you wouldn't have the course number or the instructor. Now's a good time to talk about the header. So to change the header, just double click up here and type the short version of your paper title. The page numbers should just work. So hopefully that doesn't break on you, because I don't even remember how I got it to work. That's good. So when you're done editing what you need to up here, just click somewhere in the page and that should close out the editing. Up next on a new page, we've got the abstract. Like all section titles, it's centered and in bold. Unlike the rest of the text in the document, the abstract itself isn't indented a ½ inch, because APA reasons, I guess. And we go down for another new page, and we again see the full paper title centered and bold, and I'm going to stop saying that at this point because that's what all section titles are. And this is probably a good place to talk about Google Docs Reference Manager. This is found from the Tools drop-down menu, up top, and clicking Citations, and that should open up this guy on the side here. I've got a couple example references in there already, but you can absolutely add the ones that you need for your paper. To add a new one, you click Add Citation Source and then pick what it is from this little wizard thing. So like a journal article. I tend to say I get it as print, so that way it's just asking me for everything and not really trying to look stuff up. Although you can put in the DOI there, and there is kitty noise happening in the background. I'll mention if there's more than one author, you just have to click that contributor button there to get all of the authors in. To use these in text, you just hover over whichever one you're wanting to insert and then click that cite button and it'll appear in text where your cursor was. And correct me if I'm wrong, but it seems to default to the entirely parenthetical format with a page number for some reason and everything in parentheses. So if you want to mix it up and have the author name outside of the thing, you just edit it. So delete, add the thing, delete the stuff, and boom. Oh, you got it if you are doing the parentheses correctly, which I am not. Okay, just like that, you have it as you need it in text. And yeah, this is a bit of a hassle, but it really saves you some effort at the end when you're compiling your references list. And we'll cover how to do that when we're at the end. Continuing down, we see the first of the subsection headings in the method section. So these are aligned against the left margin and also bold. And I'll mention this here. I just have this as a description thing. Make sure you delete this if you use this template. Like I say, make sure you delete this. Continuing down, we have an example table. And oh, Google really dropped the ball on this one. I say this because, yeah, there is a wizard to insert tables, and that's all great and wonderful and stuff, but there isn't any way to have it handle the captions for tables or figures, at least that I can figure. Also, it doesn't seem inclined to treat this as an object that shouldn't break on the page like it is, so that's great. It's just all great. The workaround I saw for this was to make the table look how it needs to look, and then you snippy or grabby or whatever for your OS system and save that as a picture, and then import that picture into a 2x1 table. In APA format, the table caption is left aligned and comes before the table, and also it's italic. So this is a 2x1. The first row is the table caption, and the second row has the image in it. Then to hide the kludge nature of what you're having to do, select the entire table, go up here to this little special menu, table options, and then either set the table border to like white, or you can change the line thickness to 0, or you can do both. Given all of this, there isn't any automation for handling the figure and text numbering, so you're gonna have to do that by yourself, unlike if you're using Word or LaTeX. In the results section, we have a figure with fake data. We already went through how to insert a figure, kind of, or at least the table thing that we're having to do this. But to insert a picture, in case you don't know, insert image and then upload from computer, and then ta-da, you'll just stick it in your table. I should mention here that the figure caption goes below the figure instead of like tables where it went above. Looks like the last thing to do is the reference page, which starts on its own happy little paper. Even if you have this much white space, you still got to put it on a new page. I'm not seeing a way to update what's here. Yeah. So if you've written your paper, you made your references page, and then you have to go back and add in more references, I guess you would just delete all of it and insert your references again. It's not ideal, but that's the only way I see how to do it. But hey, at least it's free.
But so is LaTeX, and it throws substantially less bullshit at you.
That is my APA format Google Doc template. I hope it serves you well, should you choose to use it. Go LaTeX. Bye.